morning. Today in our gospel reading, we have the story of Jesus cleansing the temple. He drives out the money changers and people selling the oxen, the sheep, and so forth. It is an image to us that will reflect upon the theme of our parish during this time of Lent, namely, create in me, O God, a clean heart. We begin, though, with the idea of this as a prayer. And the question is, how does God answer our prayer? And we will look for, then, the way that we can create a clean heart. Last week, I went to the store to buy some things to eat. I came home with several bags of groceries. When I opened up my refrigerator to put them in, I saw that I needed first to clean a place to put the food. Now, as I was looking through cleaning the refrigerator, I found several things that surprised me. First, though, I found some things that were, the staples of food, like the ketchup or mustard and so forth. Those I left there. Second, I found some things that were maybe kind of iffy as to whether to keep them or toss them. Things that were old, outdated. Those things I tossed. And then finally, digging deeply, I found some things that I was not really sure what was there. It was a bag of things, something green, but I don't know if before it started out green or some other color. And I could tell by the smell that it needed to be pitched. So too, as we are cleaning out our heart, the first thing in Lent that we discover is that awful smell of sin. And oftentimes, like this bag of green stuff, sin is not known exactly at first. It's not clear. But if we follow our nose, there's that stench of sin. We find sin then associated with conflict, or with apathy, or in the excuses that we make. So those things are the first things we're aware of in Lent, and we get rid of, cleaning a place in our heart. Second, we find those things that are old, meaning things that are not yet done, things done not in the right order, things like love, like forgiveness, like reconciliation, like helping a person in need, visiting someone who is sick. And these don't jump up in our face. They're not easy to see. But if we look at the preaching of Jesus, we know they are more important even than the sins themselves. And then finally, we find those staples, those things that we need to keep, but we need to make fresh. Things that are the tools of our faith, like the scriptures, like the Eucharist, the various signs and symbols that we use in our faith to grow. Or as our first prayer, the Mass said today, same as back on Ash Wednesday, we have giving to the poor, the prayer, and the fasting, all tools to help our faith grow, or tools to help us clean our heart and create a clean place for God to dwell, because that's the end. Once I have cleaned out my refrigerator, I put in the good new food that gives life. So too, into a clean heart we can place Jesus himself. In the image of our gospel today, there is a temple that he wishes to dwell in, and that dwelling place of God is Jesus himself seeking to dwell within us. So during this time of Lent, let us create that clean place for Jesus to dwell. So at the end, come the Easter celebration, we will not open the door of our heart and find there what is left of a terrible smell of sin that remains, but instead that sweet fragrance of God who dwells within us. May God bless your Lenten journey of faith.